We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to bring you live coverage of Ken Behring's return to Seattle. This has been live coverage of Ken Behring's return to Seattle. We now return to our regularly scheduled program.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Gosh, what an exciting week we've had here. The Hawks are coming back to town. Do you see this? The Seahawks, they're coming back. People excited here. They started exercising in Los Angeles. The league said, stop! Hey, stop that right now. You can't exercise here. You got to go back to Kirkland to do that. Don't do that here. Otherwise you get fined $500,000. So now they're coming back, but Ken Behring says, oh no. Woo! Ken Behring says, no, that's only temporary. No, we're moving them over. You know, can you imagine what it would be like to be a member of a player on that team? I mean, it's like, go here, no. I mean, they might as well just get an old school bus and paint it up like the Partridge Family. That's what I'm thinking, let's drive around. Essentially what we have here, the Seahawks are homeless. They are a homeless team. Pretty soon you're going to see them holding up signs by freeway on-ramps like that. They're going to be sitting there. We'll fumble for food. Not a pretty sight. But of course, we hope they work something out and get back here into the someplace, into the 20-year-old dome. You can see this at the Kingdome. It turns 20 years old next week. And it's like anyone getting older. It needs a facelift. Food doesn't taste good anymore. And it's mostly attracted to RV shows. You know, it's like anything. I find it kind of ironic, don't you, with all the headlines this week, that what should be at the Kingdome this weekend? A food show. Great timing, huh? And I guess with every ticket, a complimentary inoculation. Yes. Wow. Let's see, 20 years old. So some of the price increases since 1976. Mariner tickets are up from $5 to $20. King dogs are up from $1.50 to $3.75. Beer from $1 to $3. Actually, the only thing that's dropped since 1976 are the ceiling tiles. Interesting. Well, I just hope that they get that all straightened out. Anyway, it's spring. It is spring now, ladies and gentlemen. The first week of spring has just happened. It's time to look forward to that American tradition of filling up the tank and hitting the open road. And if you do, we've got a product that you just can't live without.
You're driving down the road, making excellent time, and then you see it. They're not going to pull over for the next 200 miles. But wait, you've got RV B-GON. It's an amazing laser device that you just point out the window at any highway sign down the road, magically changing the message to something more compelling, like giant garage sale next turn, or birthplace of Lawrence Welk, this exit. How about Museum of Plastic Cup Holders? Turn right. And don't be discouraged if it doesn't work at first. RV B-GON has hundreds of different sign messages. Ball caps and t-shirts with funny sayings on them. Turn here. or world's largest anything? Hat, stump, yarn ball. Still not working? How about plaid shorts world? Or Sizzler? And the irresistible free stuff. Exit immediately.
Woody, take this exit.
Oh, yeah.
RV B-GON.
Yes.
From the makers of the first telemarketer's alert system and the no door-to-door salesman pest strip.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
Hi, and welcome to Kingdome Kookin. I'm Chef Robert Kazaza. I know there are a lot of you out there watching who love the taste of that good Kingdome food. But the problem is you just can't get to the Kingdome often enough to enjoy it, can you? Well, no need to let that stop you, because I'm going to teach you how you can recreate that great Kingdome taste right in your own home. With me, as always, is my assistant, Big Jim. All right. I love you, Big Jim. Let's get started here. Now, the cornerstone of any Kingdome meal is the King Dog, and you can start off right here with a couple of Franks. Although I have to tell you, these seem to be a little on the cool side, so why don't we have Big Jim warm these up for us just a little bit. Okay, now while Big Jim is reheating those dogs, let's prepare the bun. Now, if you might find a little mold on your bun sometimes. But don't panic. Remember, mold is where we get penicillin, and we all know how good penicillin is for us, right? Nobody ever got clap at the Kingdome. But if you're a little bit squeamish about it, here is a neat trick. Just go to the bathroom, grab that old electric shaver, and then just say goodbye to Mr. Mold, just like this. Just shave the mold right off there. And what you can't get with the razor, you go ahead and just pick off with your fingers. Okay, now we have the basis for a great hot dog, but it is not a King Dog until we add that special Kingdome seasoning. So, Big Jim, would you put those dogs for us in the Kingdome seasoning bag? And here it is. Put the dogs right in the big bag there, Jim, and then give it a big shake. Shake it real good, and I'll take those dogs out of there. And there you go. Look at that. There is a dog fit for a king. A king in the Kingdome, that is. Of course, now you're probably going to want to wash that dog down with a cold Coke or Mountain Dew, and the key word here is cold, but as you know, cleanliness is important in food preparation, so you don't want to use your hands on the ice. Hands carry germs, so at the Kingdome, we use dust pans like this one for a good cold scoopful. Yeah, but of course you can use whatever you want. You dog owners out there, in fact, probably have one of these sitting right outside your kitchen door. What could be handier? You just scoop it like that and it's as good as done. Now, if you've got a sweet tooth like me and Big Jim, you know that nothing satisfies it like candy, and here's where the budget-minded home chef can take advantage of the rack o' pants. Bring those on over here, Big Jim. We call it the rack o' pants, and this is where we get our candy. We usually reach right into the front pocket here. There you go, look at that. There's licorice in there. You've got some root beer barrels, chocolate galore. The candy corn, it is a cornucopia of enjoyment, and you'll find it right here in the Racco pants. In fact, finding it is half of the fun. Okay, now, I've just shown you how to make a great tasting Kingdome meal, but if you've got a lighter appetite, you may just want a quick snack. Well, for my money, nothing says snack like popcorn. I always like it in the big barrels like this. I like to have a lot of it around. Big Jim, would you grab me a bag full of that? Oh, but before you do, of course, as you see, he put on a pair of sanitary gloves. There you go. You got to do that, Jim, if you're going to be serving popcorn. Load me up, Jim. I love my popcorn. I got a hankering for it. And now, here's the secret to that famous King beer, the delicious King beers that we have been serving for 20 years around the Dome. Now, first of all, you get the cup, you get the beer, and we just want a small amount of real beer for that hint of actual beer flavor. So we put it in a shot glass, pour it in the cup like that, and then we top it off with clear, semi-cool tap water. Just like that. And there you have it, a king bear. Be sure to join us next week on Kingdome Kookin'. I'll teach you a recipe for nacho sauce, Kingdome style. I'll see you then.
Good evening, this is the Late Report. Well, chefs from the Wild Ginger, Casper's, and the Herb Farm have been nominated for James Beard's Best American Chef Northwest Award. Coming in 2,234th again, the chef from King's Table. Well, Governor Lowry has signed a bill that will make it illegal to leave the scene of a boating accident. Now, Lowry okayed the measure despite objections that it will make thousands of ferryboat commuters late for work every morning. Nordstrom President John Nordstrom was accused this week of telling managers not to hire gays in the men's department. A company spokesperson says the accusation is inaccurate. What Nordstrom really said was, I love gays, we don't have enough gays, let's hire more gays. Washington State University is proposing to set up a marijuana farm to study its use in medical research. The researchers are hoping to find out whether or not getting totally high will help them do research. Suki, the Tacoma Point Defiance Zoo's new 32-year-old elephant, has been described by its handlers as cranky and very aggressive. Zoo officials would like to thank the public for their taxes and private donations that helped bring this huge, psychotic, pissed-off wild beast into our area. Yep. Yoko Ono was in Seattle this week. In a related story, every band in Seattle has announced they're breaking up. 2 men were arrested last week on federal charges of poaching gooey ducks from Puget Sound. The men admitted their mistake and promised to saute them next time. Well, the Seattle Times has raised its prices. The Sunday paper, for example, has gone from $1.50 to $2. The Times defends the increase, however, by pointing out that a comparable bag of cat litter is almost $4. The Sunday Times also unveiled its highly touted, improved TV Times this week. And here with a review is our own Bill Stainton. Bill?
Thanks, John. Thanks,
this is,
yep,
indeed exciting. Wow, look at that.
This was an exciting week, and I wanted to review the latest issue, so I went out yesterday and bought this advanced copy of tomorrow. Did you know you can get these on Friday?
Is that right?
This is tomorrow's Sunday paper.
And look at that. Can we just look at that? That is a massive paper. $2.
And that is because Seattle is a major city, and this is the newspaper.
There's got to be a lot of news in there. Look at that. It's very thick.
Well, you would think so.
$2.
Okay, but our particular mission here is the new TV Times, so we can kind of thin this out a little bit.
Let's thin it down, right.
The first section is pretty much a rehash of all of last week's old
news. That's
so
true,
this can just go right away.
That's true.
No big deal. This can pretty much go. We don't need that.
Wait. No. Gene Godden's columns here. Let's take a look. This is always really good. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Look, there's a dentist whose name is Dr. Payne. See?
Oh, that's...
His name is Payne, and he's a dentist.
I don't know where she keeps coming up with
I don't
those.
know. It's great. Some great license plates in there, too.
Yeah, she's a charmer. Okay, the home real estate section, classified tax. Actually, all these next 17 sections are only for people who are either buying boats or new houses.
Oh, I see. Is that right? So there's no actual editorial content in there?
No actual editorial content.
Okay, well, we got to get down to it then. Okay.
We are getting close, John. Can you see the multicolored comic page?
Right.
So we know that the good stuff is inside.
Oh, yeah. And
then see, they got one of these ads here.
I hate that ad is there. How do you get that on?
Well, it's perforated, so you...
Oh, I see. They make it easy for you to get off.
Okay,
here.
There we go. TV Times.
The TV Times. No, that's an ad circulator.
This seems to be an ad supplement.
I see.
Well, the TV Times is okay.
Okay, here, let me just... Here, give me half of those. Let's go through.
Sometimes it's hard to...
Right. Okay.
Another ad.
It's a lot. Ads.
Advertisement. And oh, look, Ernst is still in business. Wow,
I didn't know. Yeah, so take some of those. Boy!
Advertising.
I guess that's why it costs $2. You get all these great ads.
Yes, it's kind of filler.
Yeah,
is what it is. It's the stuffing. Here's
more ads.
Here's Parade Magazine for all you Howard Hughes fans.
Oh, I love Howard Hughes.
Okay, you can have
Let me see that. Is the Lockhorns in here?
No,
I
that's
love
in
the
some-
Lockhorns.
Hey, look, Pacific Magazine has yet another cover article on houses that nobody can afford.
Interesting.
And that brings us to.
Okay.
We seem to have missed it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure
it's got to be here somewhere.
It's in here somewhere. You go. Yeah.
You
look
go on.
through it.
I'll
All
keep looking. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
fine.
We'll check back with you at the end of the show. It's a great paper, though. It's a great paper for a great city. All right, finally, the Washington State GOP caucus's straw poll final results gave Robert Dole 36% of the vote and Patrick Buchanan 28%. Repeating that story, 28% of the Republicans in the state of Washington are now officially insane. This has been the Late Report. We're coming right back, so stick around. Oh, that's great.
And now, the Lame List, or What's Weak This Week. Brought to you by America's heavy metal community.
Lame! Guys and other bands keep buying table dances from your girlfriend!
Totally, fully, entirely, 100% lame.
You lose your job at the Kingdome over a few silly health code violations!
Lame! Lame! Lame!
No actual babes in the movie Babe!
Lame!
Your band can't get a gig, Yoko Ono is sold out! Eddie never gets picked for the Three Tenors Tour!
Lame. Lame.
When you stage dive and nobody catches you!
Lame! Totally lame! Excusable!
This has been the Lame List.
Okay, well, that's just about all the time we have this week, but as a public service, we want to tell you that if you go outside right now in areas that it's not very cloudy and look at the Big Dipper right at the other end, just at the very edge of the handle part, we all know the Big Dipper, that's the one constellation we know, then you'll see the comet of our lifetime, they say. And so a member of the audience described it as looking like a fuzzy quarter, but I think he was a little weird. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.